I was recently asked by a viewer to the channel to describe one by one the gear I have with me on a Via Ferrata. At a point, a viewer asks, what is this pouch they see me carrying on a Via Ferrata? This one here. Here we are. I will say the story of this black, greenish, yellow bag, and then one by one I will explain how it can best be utilized on a Via Ferrata. This is the Via Ferrata Belay kit from Edelrid. It comes into two versions, the 15 meters rope and then the 25 meters rope. This one is the 25 meters rope. You might ask yourself what a Via Ferrata Belay kit is and why you should have this with you. Well, in simple words, a Via Ferrata Belay kit is, well, the way it comes when you buy it, a carabiner. It comes with this carabiner, the pouch itself. Then, wait. Ignore all other carabiners. Only consider this metal plate with these two loops. This is the belay kit for Via Ferrata from Edelrid. In here, they already tell the story how this belay kit should be utilized. The climber from below will connect to this side of the rope, then the climber from above will connect to an anchor point, and from there belay the climber. Easy. Well, not really. There are some things to know about. Why do you want to have this with you? Why do I want to have it with me? Because when I go with kids on a Via Ferrata, or I take with me friends that either are not that proficient climbing a Via Ferrata, or otherwise they would love to step up a bit from, let's say, level B, we want to switch straight to level D. It is a 2 levels jump. Most of the times it happens that they cannot close the segment and I have to assist them. Other times it might happen that someone gets scared. Psychologically speaking, they shut down and that's that. They don't want to continue and you have to do something to help them. Two things I can do and I will show them to you today. One is to belay them. Practically what this means is I make sure between them and myself there is no slack. In case they lose control and they fall, they don't, because the rope of a Edelrid Via Ferrata Belay kit will hold them steady in that position. Practically will help them, will brake for them. Well, there is no brake because there is no slack, but you get the idea. If they fall, they don't, because the belay kit will hold them at that level. Good. This is one. The other, in case they psychologically shut down, I have to pull them up. Well, pulling them up is not easy because, as you'll see in a moment, I have to build a 3-to-1 pulley system. Otherwise, it's impossible. Yes, if it is a child, I might be able, 1-to-1 pulley system, be able to lift them up. But even that, it is hard. At the end of the day, it is to pull with your arms. Who knows how many meters? Maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe more. I had situations where the climbers were very, very, very low, and I had to lower the whole length of a rope to secure them. So that's that. These are the case scenarios where I use this Via Ferrata Belay kit from Edelrid. Primarily, I ended up using it when climbers, friends, wanted to step up a bit to try a more difficult Via Ferrata. What happened there with many of them was me being required to step in and assist them because they could not close safely or at all the segment, one or two segments of that Via Ferrata. Good. I will show you first the basics, how to use this out of the box. Now, this belay kit for Via Ferrata comes with just one carabiner. It's not enough. You'll need a couple of them. Imagine, for my case, I have the other side of a rope clipped here, not to lose it. This is the idea. I usually keep it connected here to make sure I'm not losing the end of a rope. Good. I have the carabiner coming with the kit itself that holds the belay kit and the pouch somewhere to my harness, or otherwise I will clip it to the safety steel cable, to the holes to the anchors of the Via Ferrata. Good. So these are the two carabiners that I added here. I have an extra one just in case. If it happens through a situation for me to require more, then I have it there. I added a Mammut Workhorse carabiner because it is a workhorse. This is the main connection point when I'm belaying. It is large. It allows me to clip almost everywhere on a Via Ferrata, on the holes, cables, rungs, pegs. It is very good. And then I have another carabiner here for the climber below. You need a couple of carabiners. The belay kit itself is not enough. How is this working? As you can see, here this end of a rope has a yellow ring, or green yellowish ring. In here you have two loops. One is blue and one is green or yellow. Now you see on this other side of the rope you have a blue ring. What is the mapping? The rule is as follows. If the yellow ring goes down to the climber, then the green loop will go to the anchor point. What this means is when the climber will tension the rope, the metal plate will block, and this is what makes this metal plate here auto-blocking. If you use it in the right way, when you put stress on the rope from the below, it blocks. Let's suppose you clip with a yellow and you connect the climber here. What will happen is the climber will drop. On the other hand, if I lift the blue, the climber will get slack. If I release the blue, it blocks. If I lift the blue, I give slack. You have to learn these things and you have to master them because, of course, a mistake can cost anyone. Good. Now, this is straightforward, simple. I clip the carabiner to whatever I can on the Via Ferrata. Then I lower rope, I give slack to the climber. Then what the climber will do, him or herself, will fix the carabiner to the belay loop of the sitting harness, and now they start climbing. What I'm doing, the moment, let's suppose that the climber gives me slack by advancing, the moment they advance like this, I'm immediately removing the slack. I'm not lifting the climber, I'm only removing the slack. Let's suppose the climber will suddenly drop. Done. It is blocked. This is what I always do. I never allow slack on the rope, because if I allow slack, of course, the fall will become dynamic, and you don't want that. What I want is to there be no fall at all. Practically, by not giving slack, when the climber, if loses control, like now, there is no fall. This is the idea, in my opinion, of this system. Now, if you have light climbers, you can aid them. If they cannot climb, you can aid them. The way I'm doing it is I'm putting a hand here to push a bit up. It helps a lot. And then with the left, I'm removing the slack. And this helps me to aid a bit the climber. But of course, the climber will have him or herself to help me as well. Otherwise, I cannot do it. And that's that. This is how I use the system. Of course, if I'm under tension, as you see, it is enough for me to lift, and I'm giving slack to the climber. Good. Now, let's suppose I'm under tension and the climber gave up. That's that. Now, I'm supposed to pull the climber. Well, that one is a problem, because if a climber is heavy enough, I cannot do that. What do? Of course, I create a 3-to-1 pulley system. I will next show you the progression of pulley systems. I will give you the simplest one that costs almost nothing, and then we add more and more better elements to it to make it to improve the performance of its utilization, application. So if it happens, and this is the case scenario, this rope here will be under tension. The climber maybe fell, got scared, lost its composure. I can no longer communicate, and I now have to do something. This side of the rope, it is under tension. Now I have, based on this situation here, to fast build a 3-to-1 pulley and start aiding the climber. The simplest system possible is the one using Prusiks and then carabiners. You have to have carabiners with you. If you don't, then you are in big trouble. Good. I'm getting here 2 carabiners. How will this work? Let's take it one by one. Good. So the first thing I will do is I will put a Prusik knot on the tensioned rope. Good. I will make sure to have at least 3 knots. Let's clean them up here. Good. They're clean. Okay. Perfect. Now this blocks. The Prusik knot blocks in both directions. I'm happy with it. Now I will put a carabiner. I have to continue to progress the system and also add the first loop into the 3-to-1 system. I have it now. I have here this one to clip it to the glove. This is what I usually do. I clip it to the glove. So what I do, I clip this to a glove. And here I have it. This one blocks here already. I don't have to add a Prusik. And then in here I have my 3-to-1 pulley system. Let's see how this works. I can tell you definitely I cannot lift my own weight without the 3-to-1 pulley system. Now I have a pulley system, so it is working. Good. Now in here I have to relax a bit. I have a blocking there. I push this down, the Prusik, to bite more from the tension rope going to the climber. Now I continue pulling myself up. And this is that. I'm now gradually, one by one, pulling the climber up with the climber, with the rope going to the climber under tension. Good. Perfect. This is the minimum. What I have in here is as follows. I have a Prusik, then the auto-blocking plate from Edelrid from Via Ferrata Belay kit. I added one more carabiner here and another one here. This carabiner acts as a pulley, and then this other one as well. This blocking plate again acts as a pulley. But deficiency with this system here is friction. You have a lot of friction, it puts stress on the rope, and of course it is very difficult for my hands to operate. Very difficult. But it is cheap, it is immediate, it is simple. Anyone can build this. I will now improve a system. It is a great system, but of course all these carabiners here, not ideal. What I am doing is to replace the carabiners, two of them. So now what I will do is replacing one carabiner. So now I have a pulley here. Let's add another one and replace the second carabiner as well. Let's do this. And that's that. Perfect. Let's see how I can tension this. Perfect. So here I am. I didn't do anything other than adding two pulleys just to make the system way better. Oh, it is way better. Let me go a bit lower. Whew. This is way better. Good. So you can you see it? Yes, you can see. Now with the pulley, oh, it is so better, way better. It is way better. Just adding the pulleys into the system makes the whole thing amazing. It is extremely easy. Good. But I am right now using tricks, and actually in a moment I will start using even more tricks. But let's suppose instead of this blocking plate, you only have a rope with you, and that's that. How do you create from scratch a 3-to-1 pulley system? Well, let's take everything away. Literally, let's take everything away. And then put it back. But now, without the help of the auto-blocking plate from Edelrid. God, I could have left here a Prusik knot, but not a problem. So, I'm taking away the metal plate. We act as it doesn't exist. Okay? So, give me only one moment because the rope needs fixing. Okay, so sorry about that. Same case scenario, I'm clipping myself to the belay loop of the sitting harness, and now I want to build a proper 3-to-1 pulley system using 3 pulleys. Good. What I will do, because it is smart, I will use this plate here. This plate will just improve my situation. And ideally you'll have a plate like that with you on the mountain as well. If you cannot afford that one, you can have this one. It's way cheaper, affordable. It allows you to properly connect multiple carabiners to the same bolt or hold on the Via Ferrata. Good. Now, the principle is the same. Let's put in the pulley. I need 3 of them. One will have to go up here. This is the first pulley. Now, in here, what will have to happen is the rope. Wait, I need to remove stuff for you to properly see what's happening one by one. I don't need this, I don't need that. So now it is clear. I only have the pulley and the carabiner with the rope. I put the pulley in here. I, for a purpose, use this Petzl Mini. Why? Because through the way it is built here at the wheel, you can add a Prusik that will not get stuck into a Prusik knot that will not get stuck into the pulley. Good. I have it, and here we are. I have my first pulley into a system. Now, the second pulley I will add, actually, it is this one. It is from Petzl as well. And with this one, what I'm doing is this. I'm creating the moving pulley on the system. Good. This one will connect to the Prusik. I only have to add the last pulley into the system, and then we start connecting the rest, and I will explain what they do. So now this is the last pulley into the system. So this is a hauling system. Looks amazing. I like it. What do we need here? We need this to bite the rope going to the climber. So let's do that. Let's make it bite. I have the Prusik here, and now one by one, let's see. Come on. Okay. Come on. 1, 2. I would love to add 4 loops if possible. 3. Definitely is possible. Let me clean this up now. This should be the last one. What's happening here? Let's see. This, and that. Perfect. Okay, good. Let's clean it up. And here we have it. This is a Prusik. The Prusik bites in both directions. Now, what I will do is this. And now, this pulley here, when you lift it, because this is the idea, you lift this one through the system, it will pull the climber up. But I have a problem. There is no brake. I will drop in an instant. We have to add a brake to the system. This is what I will do now. The way you brake is either here or here, ideally here. So now what I will do is another Prusik that I will install here. This will have at least 5 rolls. At least 5 rolls. Good. Give me a moment. I'm getting there. I am at 4 rolls right now, but I want to add 5. Let's see if I can. Good. Because this one is bigger, larger than the loop. Okay. Perfect. Maybe I overdid it. Let's see. Yes. So I will stick with 4 because I need a bit of slack here. Perfect. And I am now connecting this to that carabiner there. Good. So let's make the test. Is this holding me? It appears yes. So I did a very good job so far. Let's see how this 3-to-1 pulley system works, because it only has pulleys on it and Prusiks. You see, the Prusik there now will go. It is why I told you I'm using the Petzl Mini, because it is made for that, to not block the Prusik, to not get stuck with the Prusik, but actually it helps to advance. Now that one will lift. Now I put this down. This is how you progress. And now this is extremely easy. You don't want to know how easy it is. And now that one breaks and way lifted from the ground. This is the maximum I can do in the situation, but you can see the progress. It is working. Good. So this is that. You have theoretically clean and efficient 3-to-1 pulley system. So that's that. Now, this is a great pulley system, but I have something even better. I am always using this. The problem with this system here is being forced to still rely on 3 pulleys, and then I have to have a Prusik knot. Not ideal. Not ideal. So what I'm using is this Rollnlock from Climbing Technology. This is how I am optimizing my situation. I will explain in a moment how. What I will do is I will start taking away the pulleys and build it back again, almost from scratch. So, how am I using the Rollnlock? Let's see. The way I'm doing it is as follows. We need, again, a pulley here. Now, what we need is a pulley that will lock, right? This one, I can guarantee you, it is locking. So let's put it here. So now I have a brake. I don't have to put a Prusik because the pulley itself is braking. Rollnlock from Climbing Technology. Good, I did that. Now, with another one, this is the new version. This is the older version. With this one here, I will do the other way around. So practically, when I'm adding it here, what I need to know is how this will block and not allow to go the other way around. And now, practically, into this system, I have two brakes. Not one, but 2. One is at this pulley here, the other one is at this pulley here. I can pull the rope, but it cannot go back and reverse if I'm not unlocking it. This makes it a way more secure system. With the third Rollnlock, which is this one here, I can now create like this. Wait, I have to block it first. Good. So now what I can do is I can create the third pulley. And here we have it. This no longer blocks here. I don't need this to block. And here we are. Now I will pull myself. Okay. Perfect. Good. So let's see how this system works. I can tell you how it works because it is the same thing. Look, now what I need is drag this down. The problem is that one there blocks. So what I have to do is give slack. I'm supposed to be there up, and now I am pulling myself. As you can see, this is way more efficient because I don't have to have the Prusik here, and this allows me way more movement. And this is how I use the Rollnlock. To aid a climber on a Via Ferrata. All the systems, they do exactly the same thing, but of course, the more you invest, the better you get, because always one is better than the other. I will leave it with you to decide if you ever need to have such thing with you. It happened that a subscriber to the channel, being with family on a Via Ferrata for the first time, what he did was to search for a Via Ferrata Belay kit from Edelrid. Why? Because he was with his family, with his children. He wanted to keep them safe on the Via Ferrata, and he did that. Learning the basics of hauling a person, it is essential, because it's not only on Via Ferrata. It can happen that they fall into a crevasse and you have to build something on spot. Who knows? On the mountain, everything can happen. Imagine if a tree falls over a person and you want to rescue that person. How do you do? Because the tree will be very, very, very heavy. Of course, the precondition is to have at least a couple of Prusiks and then a rope after you. Obviously, based on circumstances, the length of the rope should be enough to help cover as many case scenarios